Hello, Gemini, and it's really lovely to be back. Now, things have changed. I'm only going to be doing this every season. So, every 3 months, I'll be coming back. I know some of you are in winter at the moment, like me, and others are in summer at the moment. So, I'm going to not be so much about the seasons as far as the weather goes, but more about the frequency of the season that you're in. Now, we're going to be looking at June, July, and August, and I'll also be using numerology. So even though most of you know June to be a number 6 in numerology this year, it's a number 7. So let's have a sticky beak. I'm using the Skull Tarots today. It just felt like the right pack to use. Now I'm going to be channeling today for Gemini the energy for June, July, and August. I've been waiting for ones to fall out. And what we've got here is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is going to go to the top of the pack here. Now let's go back in here. I'm going to be using 3 tarot cards for each month. So we'll have a total of 9 plus the one that's sitting up the top. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. You're the first one today to get different, like totally different suits across one of the spaces. And you're definitely picking up a lot more people in here as well compared to the rest. So what we've got here, if I just kind of look at it as a collective for Geminis, is that we've got a person up here, we've got a person here, a person here, a person here. So to me, it's like there's going to be a lot of people around you for the next 3 months that you're going to have to deal with individual people. So I know that everyone does that all the time, but this is going to be more significant. So the connections that you make in the next couple of months are going to be really important. So June, if we look at June, this is across the section here, July, August, 7, 8, and 9. And the 7 energy for Gemini, it's a strange thing putting a 7 with a Gemini. You are known as like the cleverest, out of all of the air signs, as well as all of really, all the star signs. Maybe Scorpio, is on par. But when we're looking at a 7 energy, we're looking at contemplation, we're looking at study, we're looking at research, we're looking at being analytical. And these are all the things that you're naturally good at anyway. You're probably more pizzazz, compared to just say where 7 is very still. I mean, I would never say Gemini is still. I would never say, it's never mindfulness much with a Gemini because the brain's just going flat chat. So, but there's a lot of energy this month for your brain. So if you are overthinking this month, wouldn't surprise me in June. It wouldn't surprise me if you're wanting to learn new things. Really throw yourself into psychology, sociology, why we do the things that we do. Everything's going to be analytical. You'll be going to question everything. So instead of that stillness that everyone else is having this month, it's almost like you're just going to be like galloping constantly. So your mind's going to be busy and more busy. And the Queen of Pentacles up the top here is kind of the setting for the next 3 months. And the Queen of Pentacles could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn lady around you, but it could also needs you to be that. So a pentacles or a coin, she's someone, I like to call her the business lady. She's great at admin. She's amazing at being practical, predictable. She likes things to be measured. She likes to be achieving. She does like material gain. So these are things that you need to be bringing into your life over the next 3 months. So if we bring her into June, where you've got kind of all this go, 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 it might be saying like, bring in a little bit more reality and bring in a bit more practicality into the thoughts that you're having. And you might need to use a little bit of mind control or mind resolution to be able to achieve that. Now, the cards you have here, we've got the Eight of Wands. You're carrying a load. The more wands we have, the more responsibility we need to have and that we're going to have. Are you capable of carrying the load? Of course you are. You're a Gemini. You can carry the load. But it also says, like, it's questioning you. Where are you tying yourself up? Are you too busy in one area and not enough in another area? Are you your own worst enemy? Are you the wounded warrior? Like, it's like, how many times can you smash your head against the wall? It's like before you start to get it. And then the card next to that's the Two of Pentacles, which is juggling. It seems to me like there's too much going on in your life at the moment. Maybe you have to deal with stuff and you can't get out of it. At least it's being acknowledged here universally that you've got a lot on your plate. But juggling can also mean that you could find a way to be able to juggle successfully all the things that you've got on your plate. Now, the Nine of Swords, anxiety, could be illness, could be just, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm struggling to get out of bed, I'm dreaming a lot. So there's too much going on here, Gemini, for you. There's too much mind chatter. Maybe your life has just got a little bit cray-cray at the moment and there's nothing you can do about it. So let's just have a sticky beak here. And remember, 7 wants you to create stillness. I'm not sure you're going to get it. Not with these here. You're definitely at a point, where the duty of care for me to you comes in. And what I would be saying is, look, it's too much. There's too much here. There's too much going on. You really, look, it's fabulous to be the survivor, to be stoic in times of stress. But to what detriment? It's like, who are you looking brave for? Who are you wanting to look like the warrior for when it's you that's getting damaged? It reminds me of, and a lot of the younger people won't remember this, there's a scene in, now I'm going to forget what it's even called, where, there's 2 soldiers fighting and they're chopping arms off and they're like, oh, I can still fight. And they chop his leg off. I can still fight. Chop his other leg off. I can still fight. And at the end of the day, we all laugh about it, but I feel like that's what you're actually doing, Gemini. Oh, halved. Nothing like a twin set going on, is there? Oh, my God. And then I just had to pick up 2. Oh, my God, my gosh. I'm not... It's interesting. These 2 cards came up, and I've given these a really good shuffle with the other reading that I just did, the koala with empathy and foresight. But because they came out together, I feel like I've got to say, I think you're trying to take care of everybody instead of taking care of yourself. I think that's what's happening here. You're sticking your neck out. Maybe asked to, maybe it's an obligation, maybe you don't have any choice, you've got to do it. But it's like, at some stage, you're probably going to fall over because it's just you give. Now, let's go into July. July's number 8. That's an action energy. It's an authority and power. It's about manifestation, becoming the creator of your life, actioning your career, your wealth, your abundance. It's fourth, planning, getting stuff done, being the entrepreneur, thinking outside the box. It can be karmic as well. So when I have a look at your cards here, we have the 6 of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Temperance. The Queen of Swords is an air sign energy. So it could be Gemini, it could be Aquarius, it could be Libra energy, but she's known as the Ice Queen. You know, like she's a woman that takes her emotions out and she uses her logic, and sometimes that comes across a little brutal. But this is your card. And I think it's reminding you that you can say no. Um, and I feel relieved actually to be able to say that to you, because I just see you giving and giving and giving and having no time for yourself. And the Temperance card is patience, but also this such a need of balance and such a need of being able to rely on somebody else to help you. And the Six of Wands is family. Do you know, like, well, the six is family and home. And maybe start to delegate to, if you've got kids, delegate. If you've got a husband or a wife, delegate. If you've got family, delegate. So just say, I can't do it all. How about you do it? Like, you know, I'm about to burn out. I'm going to be no good for anybody. Even though it's a month of action, I think the action is pulling back from action and telling people you're pulling back from action. And the wands, you know, it's a victory card in so many ways. It's like people seeing what you've done. But then it's also a feeling of being judged. So I feel like things are going to start crumbling in on you, and maybe out of necessity is when you go, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm just not. And the Ice Queen comes in, and some people, you know, there might be fallout. Maybe they're like, oh, how dare she? Like, how dare she? Or doubt, oh, like, what about him? He's been doing this, this, and this for me. Like, and some it's like, yeah, how about you do it? Like, stepping back, girlfriend. So we've got purification, clear out the clutter. The frog, what's a toad by the looks of it? Saying frog, but it looks a bit toady to me. Yeah, clear out the clutter. I think that's mentally, I think that's physically, like getting into cupboards, cleansing out. I mean, July is winter down here in Tassie, but if you're in summer, what a great time to open up the windows and just let everything in. If we get a good day in winter, let all the sun and things in. Clear out the clutter. You want to make your life more practical. Queen of Pentacles. Now, going into August is a number 9. And so number 9 is about completions and endings and finishing and releasing and letting go and moving into a new identity, or leaving like old things behind so that you can embrace the next month, which is like new beginnings. And what we've got here, and also it's a public arena. Do you know, it's like getting out to the public, being seen, being influential, doing charity work. It's always so good for the heart to do charity work. Now, you've got here the Knight of Cups. We've got here, which is kind of renowned as the romance card. So any single ladies or gents out there, this is a very good card to have for you in August. Then we have the Seven of Swords, which is kind of like sneaky. It's a bit sneaky. So I'm not saying that you're sneaking around with a bit of love, but you could be. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is happy families. Like, what a great way to come home. So it's like totally stressed, too busy, boundaries. And then it's like, oh, like all this love and family and caring, and it's like happy. So August is kind of a breath of fresh air, really, for you. I mean, the Ten of Cups is that big love. It's family love. It's love. It's like completions of love and new love coming in. And then, you know, the Knight of Cups. I mean, it could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian for some of you, but it's the romance. I mean, it's also emotional action. So going, my emotions, like you're sitting now, not into your head, not even in the pentacles, but you're starting to sit in your heart chakra in this space here. And that means you've got rid of this, I would say, and you're allowing universal love, Reiki, Chi, Prana, into the body and into the heart section here. And then that's going to open up and change things for you. It's actually giving me shivers, and I've got the heater going, and I've got a nice little jacket on, and I've got Ugg boots on. Now, the card that's with this is Dolphin, playfulness. So such a transition. Time to play,
time to play. For those people, in warmer areas, this could be time to swim, time to, be a dolphin. Not only that, dolphins are pod family. Like, they have family. So family is going to be so important for you in August. And so if we put that, there could be like elements of forgiveness, or there could be some sort of like family situation that might be coming to an end, and like the sun is starting to creep back in, and there's a silver lining, and things just start to make sense for you a lot more here. Now, I feel like, because you've got wands here, like you've got two wands. Wands are quite often like determination, and you've got loads of that, but you're needing it in the first 2 months, June and July. But there's a lot of swords. Now, you are a sword. Like, you're an air sign, that's a sword. So you've got sword here, sword here, sword here. So if we look at the swords, we go from anxiety into being, and then into defensiveness. Now, or sneaky and cunning. So I get a feeling it's like you're choosing what you can be bothered talking about, or what you can be bothered dealing with. It's like, I'll just let that go through to the keeper. I'm going to be selective about the conversations I'm having with people. And this is where I think that transition comes in. It's like, no, I'm going to be selective. But also I get a feeling of like, people can mind their own business. Not everybody needs to know what's happening in my life, particularly in my love life. It's like, mind your own. But within that, you've got 2 cups, and those cups don't come in until August. So that's where that love extreme comes in, and the playfulness with it. So for those that are in long-term relationships, it's fun again. It's like having a laugh. It's like, let's go be silly. It's that childlike energy. But some of you might, because dolphins like to have babies and love, and like, so there could be some of you having babies in the future here, or thinking about babies. But I personally feel very relieved. I can only imagine what you're feeling, because it just went from hyper to lovely and calm here, and right in the middle here, let's say boundary building, and putting back on others who are taking from you. Really big steps for you to take. Now, I'm just going to pick one more, and this is going to be a rune, and the rune is, oh, fabulous, my favorite. So that's harvest, the next 12 months. So everything that's kind of happening at the moment is leading into something that's going to be occurring for the next 12 months. So you could be starting something that's going to benefit you. It's like seeding seeding and then watching your crop grow. So there's so much success and happiness here, and like putting effort in, and you're getting effort back. So fabulous. I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much. I'm Jo from Red Room Reiki and Readings. I'm on Facebook, Spotify, TikTok, and YouTube, and I feel like that should be enough. And hopefully I will see you next season, and you'll see me turning this off, because I'm just learning a new thing here, and I'm not doing editing anymore. Editing takes way too much time. So stop recording, and see you later.